and welcome to the Max Life. So you see that I am over in our prepping area again, and I cannot wait for the day that I can give you guys a full tour of our area. But I can't do that right now because we still are in the transition of adding on the dining room / sunroom area. So I can't really do that right now because a lot of the stuff is in this room on the floor, and it's still kind of hard to maneuver around in here right now. But I'm going to be able to give you guys a tour of our pantry preppers room. So y'all hang tight for that. Hopefully once we can get some of our storage area where we have like light fixtures and paint and tools and guys, you name it, is all on the floor in here. But once we're able to get this room exactly like it's supposed to be, I'm going to bring you guys in here for a tour. But before you even think about a type of preppers area or pantry, there are a couple of things that I want you to know about how to get started. Now, if you're anything like me, I have a very much type A personality. So all the stuff that is in front of me on the floor right now is a little stressing because that is just my personality. I like for all of my I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed. I like to be neat and organized, and that does not always happen on a farm with 6 kids. So if you have any type of personality like me, you know that when something needs to be done, I don't procrastinate. But in general, there are a lot of things that can cause, even if you don't have my personality, a little bit of stress when you start thinking about maybe prepping or trying to start a pantry for extra items in case of emergencies or any type of needs that come up. And we all know that we live in a very volatile time right now where there are a lot of things going on, and we're really just at that point in time where one little spark can ignite a huge fire, and the American people are the ones that are going to be the ones to suffer. And I feel for certain that most of us feels that our government cannot be trusted. We've been told a lot of lies for a very long time by our government. So it is going to be up to us to look out for ourselves. And it can be a little overwhelming to get started. It can be a little stressful to even think about it. So I want to give you some ways that I feel like will help you in this journey, especially if you are trying to start or starting a preppers area or preppers pantry. So let's jump in and get started right now. So the very first thing, number one, that I would say you need to consider and kind of think out is your area. You need a space to where you're going to be able to take things and keep it somewhat organized, something that's easily accessible, but also maybe not very visual. And what I mean by that is if you have maybe an extra storage room or guest room and it has a closet, maybe you could start off and say, okay, I'm going to take this closet, I'm going to clean all the junk out, because our closets, they hold junk, y'all. And most of the time it is old clothes that we don't use, shoes that we don't use, old newspapers, whatever that looks like for you. Clean that stuff out and say, okay, I'm going to make all of this all water, or I'm going to break this up. We're going to make the half part of the storage area water and the bottom half freeze dry foods. And we're going to get to a little bit more details in just a minute, but your first thing you need to do is figure out your space in an area that works best for you. Obviously for me, a small closet will not work. It would be a good to start maybe my first venture with, but we're a family of 8. So consider your size family, your needs, and then look around and say, where would be the best place I could store these items? And if you have a place that maybe is a little bit more hidden, that would be best. But if not, if you have extra things on hand, but still, if you have a place where you can put things up to have on hand, that is still a wonderful step in the right direction. So my second thing, besides examining your space. Number 2 is money. Money is a big stress for a lot of people. And I'm hoping to give you guys some tips and some tricks to maybe help you get around having to spend a lot of extra money on prepping items. So let's get into that right now and break down some ways to where your budget can possibly get freed up to buy extra things that we're going to jump into right now. So first, I would tell you, look for sales. If you can buy in bulk, a lot of times bulk helps. If you can buy in bulk, usually your price per ounce is going to be cheaper. Also, sales. A lot of your grocery stores will have sales on different items. Y'all pay attention to those, kind of be aware. If you can find something on sale and maybe save X amount of dollars by catching something on sale, use those X amount of dollars in your prepper's pantry. If it's picking up extra water or maybe another toothbrush or two, if you've saved that little bit of money, you can utilize that towards your prepper's pantry. Also, watch for holiday sales. So this is a really good one right here. A lot of times there's wonderful Labor Day sales. There's Black Friday sales. A lot of times during those times, your big companies will mark down. Just watch out for the scams of some companies will mark it up and then cross it out and mark it back to the same price that it was. So just be aware of that. Also, coupons. If you know you're looking for something specific, like maybe say Life Straws or whatever that is that you're actually looking for to put back in your prepper's pantry, go out and start looking for some coupons. If they have sales, be watching for those sales. Or like I said, go out and search around for some coupons. You can never go wrong saving a couple of dollars here and there, because over time, that little bit of money that you save always adds up. Another thing that I would tell you to do as far as building up your savings is go through your junk drawers, go through your closets, go through those items that you say, you know what, I have not used that in over a year, that has been sitting there collecting dust, whether it's a treadmill or whatever it is at your home that you don't actually use and you're not actually utilizing. Go ahead and have like a yard sale. A lot of times you can get decent amount of monies from thrift stores. Take all of that stuff, utilize that in a sense of being able to sell it to get some of your money back so that you can put that in an envelope and start saving up towards some of your prepper's items. Another thing I would tell you to do, stay on a budget, build yourself a budget from your bills to your miscellaneous. You need a little cushion just in case something happens. Build a budget, try to stay on your budget. And if you're not doing a lot of extra spending because now you know where your money is going, that will also allow you to see where your money's going, how much you're going to have left. And again, you can go back to that envelope system and start adding those couple of dollars in that envelope. And guys, you really will be surprised how much that adds up. Cutting things out like fast food, extra spending when you're going out. Those have been things that we have implemented here ourselves. When you start cutting those things out, those dollars will add up faster than you think. And number 3, the last thing I want to share with y'all for you not to get stressed is it takes time. I think a lot of people see what some of us as preppers have been doing for 5, 10 plus years. You cannot compare what you're currently doing with me, what you're currently doing with any other YouTube channel or friend that you know that has been doing this for a long time. So we have been doing this for a really long time, which those things do build up. So from the outside looking in, don't think you need all of this overnight. Don't think you're going to get it all overnight, because you're not. It just takes time. It takes time to build up. So don't get overwhelmed thinking that you're going to go to bed one night and you're going to wake up and get X amount of things. It just doesn't work like that. Don't get overstressed about trying to get so much in a short amount of time, because you're going to be looking at funds, you're going to need to be looking at space, and sometimes it's just a journey, and you need to remember that on your journey, that it won't happen overnight. It will definitely help keep your stress level in check, because you're being realistic for sure, and you're just continuing to make steps forward, which is always a good thing. So guys, I hope this little bit of tidbit will help if you have started a pantry or if you have not started a pantry at all, that these are some ways and some things you need to consider before you get started, or even if you're kind of in the process of doing this. Just remember, you really need an area. You need to kind of look at your space, get that lined out ahead of time. It is going to help you not to get overwhelmed. Also, remember, budgets, money plays a huge factor in this. If you can shop during sales, look at coupons, buy in bulk, those things, build your budget to help you, then those things will also help you not to become stressed. And just remember, it's a journey. It takes time. You will get there. It's one day at a time. So y'all, get busy prepping. Stay tuned for our full tour because that will be coming up very soon. And guys, y'all, please don't forget about our seed giveaway. We have partnered up with Survival Garden Seeds, and we are going to be doing a fantastic giveaway. So y'all be sure to check that out. You will need to enter your name and email, and stay tuned for the winner of that. It will be drawn at the end of the month, and we are excited. Good luck to all. God bless, and happy homesteading, y'all.